San Francisco today, enjoying the weather, finally some good weather in the Bay Area. Let me know if everything sounds good to you guys, and kind of adjusting everything, making sure that these settings have been saved since the last time I've used the streaming service. So just let me know how everything is in the comments. Should be good. Started here. Take a look around using this beautiful add-on. I think it's from, gosh, can't remember it. Got it off the Contrail app, and I have to say it is way better than the default Soho. Even has a SkyTrain in the distance over there, and performance-wise is pretty good, not too bad, especially if considering all of these heavy-duty add-ons we've been getting lately. Get our checklist in order here, make sure our flight plan's all good to go. We are on the VATSIM network today as well, so it looks like Los Angeles Center is online. Hopefully they stay online by the time we get there, so there should be some exciting and busy traffic on the way in. We're flying the Fenix A319 from the video description, obviously. Beautiful aircraft. I've been waiting a long time for them to release the A319 and the A321, but I haven't had a chance to try the A321 yet, but I have a few flights planned for that. But this aircraft, definitely some of the best in the simulator so far. It is, without a doubt, probably my favorite aircraft, just Airbus in general. I think you guys know that by now, but the A319 definitely is a really fun plane to fly. Today we're doing the CFM variant, which will be very fun to fly. So I think it is time now to get set up. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so checklist. Parking brake is on. Flaps are up. Spoilers retracted and disarmed. Weather radar should be in the off position. Pretty good wind shear off. Engine masters 1 and 2 are in the off position. Engine mode selector is normal. Thrust levers are in the idle position. Gear is down. Wipers are in the off position. So cockpit pre-flight checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and get powered up here. We're going to go ahead and get the jetway connected. Kaylin says hi, glad to see you streaming again. Thank you so much. It has been a while since I have been on. Let's go ahead and do the cockpit preparations. Let's get some power started in here. We have enough voltage in the batteries. Go ahead and turn those on. We have ground power established today, so I'm going to go ahead and get the external power switched on. Get some lights in here. Now logo, strobes, supply, ground control. 8 years, get those gyros spinning. Sure that the airline settings are correct.
This is traffic Metro 15 Heavy, 20 miles out for runway 28 left, San Francisco.
Okay, everything's looking good. Alright. CTAP is working. Let's go ahead and get the flight inlet started here. West. And today we're operating as American Airlines 1155, so let's go ahead and put that flight number in here. Let's go ahead and pull up our flight plan. Alright, cost index today for this flight is 5. And our cruise today is going to be 330, cruise time 10:45. Great. Tropo is 54436. Let's go ahead and upload our data. Great view available online, so let that run for a couple of minutes. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and get our flight plan started. So departing out of San Francisco, we're going to be on the Stick 5 departure out of runway 01 left. So we'll plug that in. 01 left. Stick 5. Transition today should be the Susie transition, which is, insert that. Good. No discontinuities besides going into LA, and the arrival into LA, we can go ahead and pull up the, let's see, pull up the ATIS. Should be running on normal operations for today. So looks like the runway's 24 right and 25 left. We'll be going in 25 left, but we'll also make a secondary flight plan later in the flight for a 24 right approach, just in case traffic is busy and we end up having to sidestep over to the other runway that we'll plan for 25 left. So Islands 25 left on the Ironman 2 arrival, and transition should be purple. Purple transition. No VS today. So good. Should be full flight plan now. We're gonna have to do a vector air traffic if they still on at that time. They'll vector us into Honda to intercept the ILS force there. So that's good. Alright. That's good. So we've got about 3 minutes if the IRS is aligned.
San Francisco traffic in around 949 Heavies overhead the field at 11,000. Flying heading of 140 over the city, descending to 4,000 for the ILS 28 right. San Francisco.
At San Francisco traffic, United 1965, we're just on a downwind heading 100, passing 8,300 feet for the ILS approach runway 28 right, and we are just about 20 miles from touchdown, San Francisco traffic.
San Francisco traffic, Metro 15 Heavy, 10 mile final 28 right, or 28 left, sorry. United 949 Heavy is going to change our approach to 28 left, just to let the other United in.
I am going to do the same here.
You're going to fly 28 left or 28 right?
28 left.
Okay, I'll stick with 28 right then.
Make sure that everything's looking for us. Alright, perfect. Okay, next on the list is, let's go ahead and check batteries, make sure that they're charging. So we're going to look here, turn on the batteries. Should be on.
San Francisco traffic United 1964, turning bait and find for the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers.
Let's go
Wheels
ahead and get the
first.
secondary flight
Keep your
plan
small items
started, so just
under the
in case
seat
engine
in front of
failure or
you.
any type of failure on
These
board,
include
departure,
laptops,
we can
handbags,
plan immediate
duty-free
arrival back
and
to
loose
San
items
Francisco
of
on
clothing.
11
If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed
so you guys
into
are
an
following
overhead
along,
locker.
so what I'm doing,
Once
go
you
ahead
have
and get my
safely
aircraft
stowed your
on
cabin bag,
Phoenix.
please take your seat. To help us
What I
ensure
like to do
an
is I like to
on-time
get my ground
departure,
chart set up.
San Francisco traffic, Metro 115 Heavy, 5 mile final, 28 left.
as we are currently refueling, please ensure your seatbelt remains unfastened until the seatbelt sign is turned on. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Just destroy those and try. And Southwest fan, just barely on the level. Let's see, turn my microphone a little bit. Let me know if this is a little bit better. I'm still adjusting some of my settings here, so let me know if that's a little bit better for you guys. And for the arrival, just back into San Francisco, we're gonna go ahead and do ILS 28. Just let me know if you guys, if the audio is working good now. I'm still adjusting some settings here, so just let me know.
San Francisco traffic, Metro 15 Heavy, short final, 28 left.
So we've got the ILS 28 left approach. We're going to use this to plug in our information for performance. So once this is copy the active
And
flight
San
plan,
Pacific United
go ahead and
1964,
set
started from the ILS
destination
28 left. We are 12 miles from touchdown San Francisco.
To do that, we'll go ahead and plug in our arrival again. So we'll be doing the ILS 28 left, no stars, since we'll just be doing an immediate vector back into the ILS path. And once we get that, go back out, back into performance. I'm going to skip all this to the lead.
San Francisco traffic in 929 Heavy, turning base ILS 28 left. San Francisco.
So bare minimum is going to be 213 for the arrival. Temperature outside is 20. And QNH is 288. That's pretty much all we need for the immediate approach back into San Francisco, just in case we have any failure on departure. For those who happen, we never know. Always plan for a safe return, just in case. Alright, that's looking good. Should be almost on boarding here. Just go ahead and adjust some fixed points.
San Francisco traffic, Metro 15 Heavy, 28 left vacated.
Radius of 10 and the radial for 0 left is
San Francisco traffic United 1964, we are on 6.5 met final, runway 28 left.
facing the quarter X, so we're doing 25 left. Radius of 10. And from my memory, I know it's 25. Perfect. So it looks like that's all set up correctly. And now we're just waiting for the plane to board, and we'll go ahead and start the rest of the checks. Just set it up here. Enter the field one time, do the engine fire tests.
San Francisco traffic in 929, turning final, runway 28 left. San Francisco.
Engine fire slides on. Go ahead for engine number 2. Master warning, engine 2 fire. Engine 2 fire is eliminated. It's checked. Alright, engine fire tests are done.
and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers. Wheels
San
first.
Francisco traffic in Airlines 49 heavies established, ILS 28 left, 10 miles,
These
maintaining
include
180
laptops,
5.
handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead.
And just let me know if the mic audio is still not where it should be. It should be up higher now. Don't know what happened. Should be good. Let's try that. I'm adjusting the audio. I'll just
San
go ahead and set up
Francisco
the
traffic
rest
in
of this.
Airlines 49 heavies, 5 miles final, runway 28 left, San Francisco.
And San Francisco traffic United 1964, we vacated runway 28 left at Echo.
Okay. Everything else is looking good. Just want to make sure that the audio is working good for you guys. The issue would be since turn down the audio. Let's turn down the output audio down here in a second and see if this will help. Maybe this will get it bumped up a little bit. Just let me know how that works. Alright, let's go ahead and check our load sheets for today. Go ahead and accept that, and then we're going to go switch over. Let's see, we have the load sheet for our performance. Let's go ahead and go back to init and then the init B. Block fuel today is 12.7. And the zero fuel weight today is 123.8. Plug that in, 123.8. With a max zero fuel weight is 30.0.
San Francisco traffic United
Alright, once
1485
that
heavy,
uploads
about
its
25
data,
feet,
should be able to
7,000
get our
feet, will be
time. So
inbound
about
on the quiet bridge visual 28 right.
airtime about 58 minutes. Wind's already inserted, so we don't have to worry about the headwind or tailwind. So let's go ahead and get the performance set up. And we're going to check our initial altitude out of San Francisco today. Looks like top altitude is 190. Since it is uncontrolled, we'll just go ahead and hit for 10,000 just to make sure there's no traffic, and we'll go from there. And also our squawk today is going to be 3234. 3234 is in the box. Go ahead and turn our transponder on, mode C, and go and just get this set up so we'll be pushing back from the gate any second. Let's get the performance for today's flight. Departing from 01 left, surface is dry, optimum flaps, we're not doing a toga, anti-ice no. Let's go ahead and see what the performance is for packs on or off, so if we'll need to do that, but it should be a long enough runway and we're not too heavy today.
San Francisco traffic United 949 heavies, vacated runway
Packs off
28
gives
left,
us these
taxiing
figures.
Gulf 5, San Francisco.
And with packs on, flaps 3 departure. I think we'll do a PAX off departure for today. I don't really feel like doing a flaps 3 departure, so we'll go ahead and do PAX off. So let's go ahead and send this to the McDo. And it should be all plugged in there. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and get started for our pushback. Close the cockpit door. And pull up our checklist here. Fuel pumps are on, windows and doors are locked. Beacon, we'll get that once the tug is connected. Transponder is on, TCAS is on, parking brake is on, and I think we're pretty much ready for push and start. So let's go ahead and notify the local traffic of where we're going to be pushing out from. And to show you guys what our taxi route today is going to be. We're departing, pushing back from Terminal 1 onto Yankee, and then we'll probably take Mike 1 and line up straight onto 01 left. So pretty easy to taxi out to departure for today. That's what we like to do. Should be a pretty smooth flight. Coming into LA, I think the weather should be looking pretty good too. Alright, let's go ahead and get our pushback started. I'm using the Aerosoft pushback tool. I find it a lot easier. It doesn't work for a lot of planes, which is kind of the downfall with it, but all in all, not too bad. It is what it is, gets the plane pushed back, but if anything, you can always do a manual pushback and use the sliders to adjust it if you need to with certain planes. Let's go ahead and plan our pushback here. Right there, perfect. So make sure it's good. Yeah, perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and connect the tug.
Cockpit to ground.
We can disconnect our ground power. Get ready for pushback. Everything's good. We're all ready to go.
Standing by for pushback.
And let's go ahead and start pushback. If beacon light could come on.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
And guys, just let me know about the audio if the audio is working. I'm still adjusting to see which parameter of the audio from my headset is working so you guys can hear my voice pretty clearly. I don't know why it dipped down earlier, but I'm still trying to figure it out. Go ahead and let CTAF know. San Francisco traffic, America 155 is pushing back from Terminal 1 onto Taxiway Yankee for engine start, San Francisco.
San Francisco traffic, I have 1485 heavies on about a 3-mile final, runway 28 right, San Francisco.
Engine start number 2. And the CFM engines don't take as long as the IAE engines, so they should spool up pretty quickly.
Airbus A319.
Alright.
Okay, pushback completed.
Its signs and crew
Please set your parking
instructions,
brake.
including the following safety
Ground.
procedures.
You may disconnect.
Alright, parking brake set.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
We have Avail on engine 2. You can go ahead and start engine number 1. And just before we get things rolling, I just remembered that I need to change the this guy right here to the
Cabin
correct.
crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you.
There we go.
Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. And released as
Go ahead and get
shown.
that engine start.
Must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on. We recommend you keep it times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose until
Alright, avail on engine number 1. Go ahead and switch engine mode selector back to normal.
with the strap,
APU
pull on
bleed
each
off.
side to adjust.
Master APU
Put
start
on your
off.
own mask before helping
And we'll
others.
go ahead and go to the before
Keep your
taxi
hands on
checklist.
board.
Auto brake set to
Take a life
max.
jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over
Spoilers
your head.
armed, and we're
Pass
doing a
the
flaps 1
fuse around
departure
your
today,
waist
so go ahead
and
and
clip
flaps
together.
1.
Pull the strap to adjust.
And we're going to be doing a
Do
trim of
not
up 5.
leave a life jacket inside the aircraft. When
Flight control
outside,
check.
inflate it by pulling the toggle.
Full up,
If it fails to inflate,
full down,
needs topping up, blow
full
into
left,
its tube.
neutral,
There is a
full
light
right,
and whistle for
neutral,
attracting attention.
full rudder
The
left,
cabin crew can assist you with life
neutral,
jackets
full
for
rudder
children.
right,
Your tray
neutral.
table
Flight
must now
controls
be
are
stowed.
good.
Armrests
And we're going to
down,
be doing a
window
trim
blinds
of
open,
up 5.
seatbelt fastened. Further information regarding your safety on
There we
board
go.
can be found
Flex
in
takeoff
the
is
in-flight
68.
magazine.
Fee speeds are calculated.
We hope you have a great
Do
flight.
rudder trim reset. Let's go ahead and do takeoff configuration test. Predictive wind shear, can turn that guy on. So the GCS to auto. Weather radar doesn't really work in this, but we'll set it up anyway.
San Francisco traffic United 1485 heavies crossing 28 left on Tango, San Francisco.
And we'll go ahead, everything looks good. And I'd say we are ready for taxi. Let's go ahead and notify traffic. This is going to be the route for today, just a nice little turn in there. San Francisco traffic, American 1155, taxiing to runway 01 left via Yankee Mike 1 for San Francisco. Perfect. Go ahead and get the landing system on, just in case we have to do an immediate return. Less stuff for us to worry about. Alright. Taxi light on, runway turn off lights are on. We are ready to roll. Yeah, guitar 777 in front of us. Make sure everything's clear. Alright, plane is already taxiing on idle. There's one thing I love about the A319, this thing is very fast on the ground. You only just need a little bit of power just to get her going. Go ahead to PAX 1 off for right now before we line up on the runway. Make sure we're all clear, everything's looking good.
San Francisco traffic KM 282 heavy, push and start from gate off.
Let's go ahead and get the other pack off. I think we'll pretty much do a straight out departure here. San Francisco traffic, America 1155, going to be landing up on runway 01 left for San Francisco. Let's get our lights on. clear on both sides. No traffic and no traffic coming in from 28 left or 28 right. We lined up. One last little check before we are ready to go. Things good. We are ready for departure. Taxi lights, we can go to takeoff, and let's go ahead and get going. San Francisco traffic, American Lib 55 is departing on runway 01 left on the stick 5 departure for San Francisco. Alright, let's go ahead and chrono on and run the clock. Brakes are off. Spool engines to 50%.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
And get rid of that. We are ready. And add flex. Airspeed's alive. $80 knots. There's pressure on the side stick. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear is up. Go ahead and start our initial turn. And let's go ahead at above 1,000, go ahead and get the autopilot on. Wait for the lever climb prompt to pop up, and once we get that, we'll switch down to the climb position once we get positive increase in speed, which we are now. Lever can come back. Go ahead and turn PAX 1 on. Clean up the cockpit a little bit. And about 10 seconds later, we'll go ahead and start PAX number 2. PAX number 2 can come on. Let's look at that. Love the wing flex on the Fenix A320s. Look really good. Alright, we can go ahead and go flaps up. Ground spoilers can be disarmed. Shot at downtown San Francisco there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened whilst the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes. In just a few moments, we will commence our in-flight service.
Very smooth departure, very smooth. Things looking good.
Fresh selection available today. Full details can be found.
And we'll just go ahead and make sure everything's looking good. So after takeoff checklist, gear is retracted, flaps are retracted, spoilers disarmed, thrusters in the climb, detent, autopilot is on, nose wheel lights, and runway turn-off lights are in the off position. So after takeoff checklist is complete. I'm just gonna go ahead and monitor our climb out. Everything's looking good. And traffic looks clear in the Bay Area, so I think we'll go ahead and go up to our cruising flight level, 330. We'll go in the open climb. And just get on out of here. Just a look inside the cockpit, too, or not the cockpit, the cabin. Very nicely done. This is J'Aviation's livery, very well done. Even the safety cards have A319 American on it. Very nicely done. We're about to hit over 10,000. Landing lights and wing lights can come off. Still a bit bumpy, so we'll keep the seatbelt sign on for now.
San Francisco traffic here in 28216, going for runway 1 right. So flight 1 off San Francisco.
Constraints, go ahead and turn the airport view on. Alright. Now the fun part is just sitting back and watching everything. Next main thing is once we pass flight level 180, we'll go ahead and turn the pressure back to standard, and we'll just monitor the climb and hopefully switch over to LA Center in a little bit. Still a bit bumpy on the climb out. Type in the progress page. We're going to be traveling to 25 left today, so go plug that into progress. Gives us our update. So we'll be there in about 279 nautical miles. Got to pass 18,000 and set pressure to standard. Still just going to keep waiting until the turbulence lightens up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and get that seatbelt sign turned off. Meantime, we can go ahead and let's take a look at the weather for Los Angeles to see what we're dealing with. Los Angeles looks like light winds, just a little bit of haze. Temperature is 19, altimeter 2987. It's nothing too bad. This is the ATIS. the same stuff.
San Francisco traffic, KLM 282, lining up runway 1 right by 1.
The next plane that's going to be, that I'll definitely be getting my hands on is the iFly Max 8. I think that's going to be a really fun plane to fly. So when that comes out, I'll definitely be doing a stream for that one with some Southwest operations. Since I am a part of the Southwest Virtual Airline Group, it is probably one of the best virtual airlines you can probably join in this simulator for Microsoft Flight Simulator X-Plane 12, 11. I believe that they're on 11, could be wrong. But they are very good. So they have an amazing ACARS system. They have their own system called Love Cars 5, which is amazing. Probably some of the best people to interact with. Really great community. So I'll definitely be doing some flights with that. So very exciting times for the planes that are going to be coming out. I think we're in smooth enough weather. Go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. Nothing on the E-cam. Everything's looking good. All is normal. I think we'll go ahead and tune into Los Angeles Center in a little bit. See what kind of air traffic's going on down there.
San Francisco traffic, KLM 282 heavy departing runway 1 right, then 2 departure, San Francisco.
And Los Angeles Center is at 126.525, 26.525. We'll go ahead and switch our secondary radio for Unicom. I always like to have both radio setups just so I can hear if anyone's not tuned into the right frequency. I can at least hear what's going on around me and also listening to the air traffic in front of me. Perfect. Both radios are set. And hopefully Los Angeles is a little bit quieter today. One of my favorite, it's just the sounds, the visuals of this plane is pretty much, I can't even think of any other plane that comes close to it. And when that iFly Max comes out, it's going to be pretty much the Fenix and the iFly are going to be the two dominant planes, I would imagine, just because the PMDG, those planes are good. The 777 is definitely way better than the 737, but the 737 is just seems really outdated now compared to all these newer planes that are being released. So it's time for these older flight sim companies to start catching on to the newer, you know, what new flight simmers want and need, and what good business models are.
Center Spirit Wing 362, we're back.
Pitching 362 LA Center, welcome back.
And we'll go ahead and turn a little bit closer. Still a little bit far away from the center's radar, so once we get there, I think the nearest VOR to pick up is the Avenal VOR, which is 117.1. So let's go ahead and tune that in just so we can get a get a good position so when we contact them, we should be.
Last aircraft, stay close thing. Allegiant 66. Allegiant 66.
About 106 nautical miles from the Avenal
One
VOR.
left, taxi via Delta across runway 26 right. Las Vegas altimeter 2990. One last taxi via Delta cross 6 right, Allegiant 66. Allegiant 66 amendment to my previous, that's runway 1 right via Delta. Yeah, for that one right via Delta 66.
I'm also using FS Realistic Pro, so that's how you're hearing like certain sounds, camera movements, and also just like small little things here and there. I think it really adds to the realism of flying. Also using a separate turbulence app, because I feel like the turbulence simulated isn't really where it should be. So I'm using real, I think it's real, I'm gonna get the name for you guys here in a second. Real Turb Cat. If you guys want to use that, I highly recommend it. I had no idea it was even a add-on for the simulator.
passing 7,600, call me by the 23.
And it has made
all LA Center, good day, can I maintain?
South 330, South 3384.
So I typed it in the chat there. If you guys are looking for a really good turbulence simulation, I would say check that out. I think you can get on the sim market. Not too expensive, but I highly recommend it. Ever since I got it, it just makes the wing flex on the Fenix behave more realistically. You can also fine tune it so you can have it adjust to different like terrain turbulence, low ground turbulence, cloud turbulence.
Request high climb to 360, air from flight 1.
It's pretty amazing.
Last aircraft planning, stay close thing.
Sphere wings 2796.
Also, I have the turbulence set to medium for the Fenix. They recommend low, but I find like with low, it doesn't really, turbulence doesn't really 100% replicate itself. It's not at low, it basically just feels like there's no turbulence at all. So medium I think is a good sweet spot for the Fenix. Low for any PMDG products. And I've also been flying the TFDI MD-11. That one I set to low as well since it's very sensitive to turbulence. Alright, cruising altitude now. Go ahead and check our performance. We'll reach our top to descent in about 120 miles, so we're still doing pretty good. So we'll get our performance set up. Switch the frequency now just so I can talk to you guys a little bit more, showing up how I kind of set it for two arrivals at the same time. So especially if you're arriving into an airport that has simultaneous approach runways like San Francisco with 28 left, 28 right, LAX with 25 left and 24 right. Sometimes you'll end up in those situations where you might be sequenced to a different runway that you're not expecting, and that is the last thing you want to deal with at a heavy workload. So what I like to do is go to the secondary flight plan, copy the active one more time. Pretty simple, just go to your destination as if you're planning it for the first time, and then we're going to go ahead and switch to 24 right, since that is going to be the other approach. And everything should still stay the same, so the Ironman 2 and the Burgle, and that should be it. I have that set, and then also when I go to my charts here, I have both 24 right and 25 left programs, so if I need to pull up any information on both runways, I can grab those at any time. We're going to plan for 25 left because the sequencing at LA when it's busy is pretty straightforward. So I have everything all set. So, not too complicated, and that's one thing I love about the Fenix is that it replicates and simulates that. Very good tool to use. Go ahead and switch back to LA. Looking good.
LA Center, hello, Gulfstream, Charlie Fox, Mike Delta November is 5.7 for 15 Vita 6.
Charlie Fox, it's Mike Delta November, LA Center, good day, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Good day, climb and maintain level 250, Mike Delta November.
Let's see if you need to check in with LA Center in a little bit. We're getting pretty close. Once we hit about, say about 40 to 50 miles from the Avenal VR, we'll go ahead and check in. Let's go ahead and get our performance. Might as well just get it set up beforehand. So we can go ahead and check a look at the minimums for 25 left. Minimum for 25 left is 304.
LA Center, Canada 7024, chicken in flight level 380, just east of Bryce Canyon.
Air
Go ahead and take the weather. Actually, we'll take a look at the ATIS one more
LA
time.
Center, good day. Radar contact, welcome aboard.
ATIS is not available. Interesting. Maybe LA Center might be closing up shop here in a little bit, but for some reason their ATIS is not populating. But we'll just go ahead and get the weather from Navicraft instead. So the wind is reporting at 250 at 9.
Allegiant 6 short of 19.
QNH is 2985. Temperature at LA is 19
Allegiant
Celsius.
66 wind 06 at 5, runway 1
And
right,
performance
take off.
is set.
On echo take off, leading 66.
So we got SoCal approach on as well, so that'd be good. Let's go ahead and set up that in the box too. So SoCal is 128.5, 128.05. Topper descent. Love the views of the southwest. Alright, I think we'll be, let's go ahead and check on with Los Angeles Center. Los Angeles Center, good day, American 155 is flight level 330, 42 nautical miles northwest of the Avenal VR.
American 1155, Lake Center, good day, radar contact.
Alright, we're checked in. We've already got our squawk code from the auto ATC through the vPilot client, which is amazing. So don't have to worry about getting a squawk code or squawking 2000 for your flight.
Boeing 2, descend via the Angel for arrival Los Angeles altimeter 29085.
And now we'll just keep an eye out for our descent instructions coming up soon, but we still got about 60 miles before that, 65 miles before we need to descend.
Boeing 2 will descend via the Angel for arrival, and LA's altimeter is 29085, Boeing 2.
LA Center, how you doing? Citation 79 Charlie Alpha is 7,000 on the Harry's 4.
November 79 Charlie Alpha, Lake Center, good day, come and maintain flight level 270.
Going to level 270 for 9 Charlie Alpha.
Alright, everything's looking good.
29 Bravo, November 5.
November 5, 29 Bravo, copy.
LA Center, Air Canada 7024 with a request.
Air Canada 7024, go ahead.
Yes, sir, we'd like the one left transition on the approach into Las Vegas if we could.
Air Canada 7024, copy. Descend via the Chow 2 arrival, runway 1 left transition, Las Vegas altimeter 2988.
Well, descend via the Chow 2 arrival, 1 left transition. We copy the altimeter rating. We have information Delta, Air Canada 7024.
Hello, good afternoon. True Fox 2320, flight level 300 is about 25 northeast of the Parker VOR.
Bergen 2320, LA Center, good day. Squawk 6244.
Wow, all the globe clicks.
6244, True Fox
Things you can do in the Phoenix is amazing.
LA Center, Fairway
Yeah, all the
76,
sunshades.
very taxi with information Delta.
Great Wings 766. Runway 1 right, taxi via Golf, Whiskey Delta, cross runway 26 right. Let's
And it should be a pretty smooth approach into LA.
Golf, Whiskey Delta,
Hoping
cross 26 right. Fairway
traffic doesn't look
76.
too congested on. Just taking a look at Atlanta and didn't see anything too crazy going in, so it should be a pretty smooth approach. We can go ahead
American
and
2031, cross
go ahead and get our landing weight,
level
make sure that we
250.
have what we need.
flight level 250, American 2031.
And American 2031, Albuquerque's offline, frequency change of Puerto Advisory, have a good day, see ya.
Over to advisory, thank you, sir, American 2031, bye-bye.
Do some calculations. So we got, let's do round up to. So we'll do round up to 8.9 for the fuel on board minus 7.5, which gives us 1.4. So we'll take 1,400 off of here.
Albuquerque Center is offline, frequency change of Puerto Advisory, have a good day, see ya.
132.6
Over to
minus
advisory for Fairway
1,400 gives us 131.2, so we'll plug that into the landing
Broken
weight here.
2320,
So 131.2.
Hollywood 1 arrival, Los Angeles altimeter 2985.
Alright, we'll descend via the Hollywood 1 for True Fox 2320.
And it looks like even just at a low auto brake should be more than enough.
370.
And for the gate today, I think we're going to be parking at...
Clear the ILS runway 26 left approach.
Go ahead and park at... Let's take a look at the gates here.
Delta 1659, reduce speed 220 now.
Actually, let's do it this way.
American 1155, descend via the Ironman 2 arrival, Los Angeles altimeter 2985.
Descend via the Ironman 2 arrival, Los Angeles altimeter is 2985, American 1155. Alright, so we got our descent clearance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the gate.
LA Center, good evening, Steve at 8 Delta Sierra. On the Alpha 5.
Park where the American terminals are.
155.
I think we'll try and go for gate.
Seabird 8 Delta Sierra, LA
We're
Center,
gonna go
good
for
day,
49
coming in
Alpha,
level
at least
370.
this terminal at least, so we'll go ahead and plan for that.
After Delta Sierra, coming request flight level 3.
So we'll probably land on 25 left, vacate either onto Hotel 7 or Hotel 9, take Hotel and vacate either on Juliet or Lima and take Charlie to the gate. So very straight off the runway and crossing 25 right. And we'll go ahead and turn our constraints back on. Let's take a look at our arrivals. So we're going to be doing the Ironman 2 arrival. just get the airport info.
Hello, Center Delta 1 to with you, passing 8 down.
Alright, so we'll descend down to about 6,000. They usually clear us into for 6,000. SoCal will take us and then direct us back on to intercept the localizer for 25 left.
15 LA Center, good day, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Maintain flight level 310 到空投。
Just go ahead and start with 6,000. Should get us there. Check any company messages. And delay for 7 minutes. I think you hate typing in.
Seabird 21 Bravo, contact Circle approach 128.050 CM.
Just go ahead and send a AOC delay. ADC delay, we'll send it for the code, we'll just pick let's do RLP.
And LA Center, Screwing 76, so short, go to golf, ready to go.
And
Time
time
66, wind calm, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
1 right, clear for takeoff, Screwing 76.
There we go.
License Southwest Transylvania 1 information echo, clearance 37.
Starting our descent here. Let's check out how many miles we have left to go.
License Southwest 1081 information echo, clearance 27.
Delta 1659,
about 9
signal
miles
cleared
to
Alex,
go.
runway 26 left approach.
Cleared Alex, 26 left, Delta 1659.
License Southwest 1081.
Let's go ahead and plug in the altimeters of 29 or 85. Just get that set in. And should be touching down at LA at 2138. So about 15 minutes prior to arrival, we'll go ahead and get the fasten seatbelt signs on, and it looks like we're pretty much ready to start our descent. Manage descent, and to go ahead and turn TCAS to below. And descent checklist, TCAS is set to below, approach briefing, we already completed that, nav aids are set, anti-ice don't need it, EFIS constraints are on, seatbelt signs we'll leave off for the moment, barrel we already have set, and we're just waiting for the below the 10,000 to start our, turn on our lights.
United 111, wind calm, runway 26 left, clear flat.
And we'll get handed off here over to SoCal in a few minutes.
Racing 766, LA Center, radar contact, and maintain flight level 360.
I'm maintain 360, Spear Wind 76.
Delta 1659, wind calm, runway 26 left, clear to land, number 2.
650 land, Delta 1659.
LA Center, skies 1548, at 1,005, correction, 10,500, 10,
Sky 1548,
and
LA Center,
15,000.
good day, climb maintain flight level 330.
Blocked.
LA Center, skies 1548, at 15,000.
Sky West
So in
15,
about
48,
less
Alexander today,
than
maintain
9
West
minutes,
level
we'll go ahead and get
330.
the fasten seatbelt signs on.
Flight level 330, Sky 50 feet.
Give people a chance to get up and move around before we start. Final approach. The arrival today on the Ironman 2, we're going to be coming in over Santa Monica and then over Beverly Hills, so we'll get a nice shot of downtown Beverly Hills, the central Los Angeles area. Come in, get vectored in to intercept the localizer for 25 left.
LA Center,
hopefully.
Southwest 3384, can we get a step out 10 minutes, please?
And we'll be intercepted into Honda, which is the
3384,
initial approach
copy,
fix,
flighting
and
back.
then straight into GG, and then we'll be
Delta
right into
500,
25 left.
descend via the Hollywood 1 arrival, Los Angeles altimeter 29085.
Descend by the Hollywood Delta 1 arrival. 2985, Delta 500.
Air France 511, Denver is offline, frequency change approved advisory, have a good day, see ya.
Thank you, have a good day.
Boeing 2, contact circle approach 128.050, see ya.
Heading to SoCal, Boeing 2.
Trying to get some turbulence. Let's go ahead and flip that sign on now, get the cabin ready for arrival.
Basing 260, descend via the Rounders 2 arrival, runway 1 left transition, Las Vegas altimeter 29088.
Descend by the Rounders 2 arrival, 1 left transition, I have Echo at Vegas, bearing 260.
Let's go ahead and make sure that we have the correct ATIS for Los Angeles. It wasn't up before, but it should be back online now. Information Sierra.
Restowed. Armrests down. Window blinds open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, magazines that you do not want to keep.
So we're getting a little bit high above the profile, so we'll go ahead and get our spoilers out a little bit. It's one characteristic of the A319, that thing is hard to get down sometimes. Should be catching up to the profile here in a little bit. Go ahead, tune into the Los Angeles VOR.
American 1155, contact SoCal approach 128.050, see ya.
Over to SoCal on 12805, American 1155, see ya. Wait a second, in contact. SoCal approach, American 155. We are passing below 225 with information Sierra on board.
American 1155, SoCal approach. Welcome, thanks for Sierra. Expect ILS from a 25 left approach.
And we'll expect the ILS 25 left approach, American 155. Alright, so it looks like we've been cleared for ILS 25 left, but just keep an eye out You never know, last minute changes do happen. Someone is either late or too early, so it's always good to have that secondary flight plan ready to go in the background, so in case we need to do a sidestep, we have all the information we need to get going. And this is probably like one of my favorite approaches into LA. Get a nice scenic route. Oh, actually, hang on a second. There we go.
Dallas Road, Delta 379, Sierra, ready to taxi
If I'm not mistaken, I
Delta
believe that is
379,
Ventura County, so
departure,
Ventura
thanks
Beach.
for Sierra. Runway 24 left, taxi via Echo.
Looks like it's catching up to the VNAV profile. I think we can go ahead and lighten up on the speed brakes a little bit. Go ahead and arm our auto brakes low, since you don't really need a full auto brake for this landing. Looks like we're still a little high, so we'll go ahead and bring it back out again. Still doing pretty good. We're about to be below 18.
675, ready taxi at LAX.
I got altimeter set.
Egypt Air 675 Heavy. It is Sierra current, altimeter 2985, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
25 left taxi Alpha Foxtrot, and we will get information here. Egypt Air 6.
Once we catch back onto that profile, we'll go ahead and disarm the spoilers.
Egypt Air 675, what variant of the 747 are you
on? Just give me a quarter second. Egypt Air 675.
Alright, looks like we're on it. We'll go ahead and retract those. That haze that was reported in the ATIS hovering over LA, which is very common for the marine layer passing over.
2509, RNAV to Delray, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
We've got the Northridge area over here, Van Nuys, Burbank, Studio City, Santa Clarita, a little bit over there. Santa Clarita should be over here in this area.
SoCal, this is
passing over
Egypt Air
Malibu as well.
675, it's 747-800.
Egypt Air 675, heavy rider.
Central Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy, when the Ali, Charlie 10, ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 425 Alpha, SoCal departure, verify your squawk code 1047.
Roger, clocking 1047, Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy.
SoCal, good afternoon. Tree Fox 2320 out of flight level 210 Hollywood 1. We have Sierra looking for the ILS at 25 left.
Tree Frog 2320 SoCal approach. Thanks for Sierra. At Seaview, cleared ILS, runway 25 left approach.
Pat Seaview cleared the ILS at 25 left for Tree Frog 2320.
Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy. LA altimeter 2985, runway 25 right, taxi via Bravo.
25 right via Bravo, altimeter 2985, Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy.
Delta 379, radar contact, say altitude.
Delta 379, climb and maintain 13 down.
Circle approach, Delta 500, descending with the Hollywood 1 arrival, information 0.
Delta 500, SoCal approach, welcome, thanks for Sierra. At Seaview, cleared ILS, runway 24 right approach.
At Seaview, cleared 24 right approach, Delta 500.
Circle approach, good afternoon, Southwest Mike India passing 4600.
Southwest 37 Mike India, SoCal departure, radar contact. Egypt Air 675 heavy traffic 7 mile final.
The best way for
Heavy
her is
wind
VATSIM.
250 at Niner, RNAV to hyper, runway 25, left cleared for takeoff.
25 left clear for takeoff, Ocean 1 hyper, Egypt Air 657.
It seems pretty busy. Not too busy, but busy for LA, I guess, which is pretty normal. And be starting our turn into our right downwind for 25
21
left.
Bravo heavy, 1 departure prior to arrival, the 777 on the departure
Getting
roll.
our
Caution wake turbulence,
lower,
wind
get lower for
250 at Niner,
clearance into the
runway 25
localizer.
left, clear to line. Southwest 37 Mike India, contact LA Center 126.52.
126.52, Southwest Mike India, thank you.
Delta 379, climb via the summer departure, contact LA Center 126.52.
Climb via the summer departure, going to LA Center, 379, see you.
Going
Below 10,000.
to heavy,
Go get
number
landing lights
2,
and wing lights
following heavy
Notify the cabin.
777, 7 miles in trail. Wind 250 at Niner, runway 25 left, clear the land,
And
caution
descent checklist is now complete. We're on to the landing checklist.
25 left, clear land, Boeing 2 heavy.
Passing over Beverly Hills now, and probably
heavy radar contact, say altitude.
over the Getty Center too, which would be nice.
Thank you.
800 climbing to 5,000.
Secure for landing.
Egypt Air
Cabin is
675.
secured. Thank you.
Egypt Air 675, climb and
Alright, we're
maintain
officially ready.
13
Cabin's
down.
prepared.
13,000, Egypt Air 675.
Be hitting our first decel point right here. Sometimes the sequencing is pretty slow into LA, and you'll end up being sequenced way down the line. Usually it should be right over kind of downtown LA. Should be like around over here.
Egypt Air 675, heavy climb via the ocean departure, contact LA Center 126.52.
126.52, Egypt Air 675, have a good day.
Good shots right there.
American 1155, fly heading 070, descend and maintain 3,600, vectors defined.
Fly on heading 070 down to 3,600 for vectors for final for American 1155. Alright, so just got our...
Sleeper 2-1 Bravo
Let's go ahead
Heavy
and go
exit
down
right,
to
taxi to parking via
3,600.
Hotel Juliet Charlie, cross from a 25 right.
Let's just go straight down.
Hotel Juliet Charlie and cross 25 right. Actually,
good afternoon. United 208 Bravo 1 Burbank with Golf British Bush.
Block.
Headed to 08, SoCal departure, push approved, call for taxi.
Push approved, we'll give you a call, United 208.
Why is the heading? There we go.
Who else called?
CP 2 Bravo. I missed Juliet. Can I take
Airlines can go on, artificial standby can go on too.
Beaver 2-1 Bravo Heavy, taxi to parking via Lima Charlie.
And once we get
from a 25 right at me.
Once we get more intercept, we'll go ahead and turn on the localizer
Lima
capture.
Cross 25 right at Lima CP 2 Bravo jet.
Downtown LA. Really great shot of that. Dodger Stadium over to the left. And then the famous LA Hooper City. It was a Hooper City airport. All the police, LA Los Angeles Police Department helicopters are stationed right down there. The famous black and whites. Got Glendale over to our left, Pasadena, a little bit over there. Alright, should be getting our vectors here in a second. Still a little high on the glide slope, so not yet. We'll probably get vectored out and kind of a nice swoop in. Nice little turn. Maintaining the green dot speed, so the Fenix is really good at maintaining its speed, so we're just hovering on that green dot speed. And once we start our turn, once we're about to hit the 10-mile ring, we'll start to go ahead and go flaps out just to slow down, because this plane does have a tendency to kind of overspeed on approach if you're not careful with your, you can always deploy your landing gear a little bit earlier too, no harm in that, just to get it slowed down.
Going to Heavy, taxi to parking via Hotel Juliet Charlie, cross from a 25 right at Juliet.
We'll head over to parking, cross 25 right at Juliet, and then Charlie, we're heading to the UAL North Ramp.
Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy, traffic will cross downfield from a 25 right, line up.
Line up and wait for traffic, Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy.
And SoCal Bonanza 5 for Echo.
Looks like we have another traffic on approach, so we might be vectored a little bit late.
Echo, Roger, are you looking for flight following the Yuma all the way there?
Just okay.
Yeah, I'll take it as long as it's available, 5-4 Echo.
5-4 Echo.
This is typically what goes on.
Expect to hand off to LA Center.
At least we'll get our correct runway.
About 10.
Alright, we'll look for the handoff in 10 minutes. Bonanza 5-4 Echo, thanks.
About 10 miles.
10 miles, Roger, 5-4 Echo.
Get your left 32 is at 2,200.
Alaska 432, so cut departure radar contact.
At 208 taxi.
Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy, wind 2509er. Arnett, the Docker, 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Arnett Docker, 25 right, clear for takeoff, Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy.
United 208, taxi to parking, correction, runway 15, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 8, Burbank altimeter 2984.
Entrance for runway 8 today for United 208.
United 208, stand by.
Should be getting our turn here in just a minute.
runway 208. That's no problem. Runway 8. Taxi via Charlie. Cross runway 15.
Right, runway 8, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 15, United 2, I appreciate it.
American 1155, turn right, heading 130.
Turn right heading 130, American 1155. Alright, turn heading
Lufthansa
130.
425 Alpha Heavy, radar contact, stay out.
Passing through 1000 for 5000, Lufthansa 45 Alpha Heavy.
Lufthansa 425 Alpha Heavy, climb and maintain 130.
A little bit far out from the localizer now, so... Well, we saw the localizer, but it's about 24 nautical miles away.
Bonanza 54 Echo, contact LA Center 126.52, thanks for flying.
Alright, 2652 for Bonanza 54 Echo, thanks for the service, so long.
Alaska 432, contact LA Center 126.52, see ya.
2652, have a good day, Alaska 432.
Lufthansa 425 Alpha
Hopefully
Heavy,
don't get
climb and
sequenced out
maintain
too far,
13,000,
otherwise we'll have
contact
to
LA
come
Center
back in.
126.52,
We're already kinda, I think I've already missed the localizer now.
Maintain 13,000 and contact LA Center 126.525, Lufthansa 45 Alpha Heavy, danke, ciao ciao.
American 1155, turn right, heading 220, intercept the ILS, runway 25 left localizer.
Right 220, intercept the ILS 25 left localizer, American 1155. Alright, so hopefully we're not too far out to pick this guy up.
2320, wind 250 at 9.
If not, we can always just go direct Honda if we're too far out.
25 left, go land for 2523,
But looks like we might be okay.
500, wind 250 at 9, and runway
Still too
24 right,
far,
clear to land.
too far away to turn on the localizer button. Once we get about 25 nautical miles in, we'll be able to get that thing armed up. Disarm it. I think we're going to have to turn more inbound. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to pick it up from this distance, so we're going to have to turn a little bit more inbound to pick it up. There we go, picked it up. And we just gotta wait for the glide slope. A little late on the sequencing, but still managed to get in. So it should be a nice slow approach into 25 left. What we got, looks like traffic on the parallel too, into 24 right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our go around procedure. Just in case we need to go around, so we're going to go heading on a 236 to Catley. Climb to 2000, heading 251 until crossing the Santa Monica VOR, then left heading 36 outbound on the Santa Monica VOR. Okay, so once we hit the glide slope, we'll hit 2000 with the go around. Right now we'll just maintain our altitude of 3,600. Go ahead and make sure everything else is checked. Lights are still good. Cabin is ready. Ground spoiler is armed. Outer brake is on low.
United 20, ready for departure.
United 208, wind 250 at 9er, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Right, clear for takeoff, United 208.
And LA, True Frac 2320 has vacated on a hotel. We're going to be at Terminal 664. believe that's Charlie 7 alleyway.
Alright, looks like we're picking up
Broad
the
2320, taxi to parking,
glide
the
slope.
Hotel Juliet Charlie, cross from 25 right, Juliet.
Hotel Juliet Charlie, cross 25 right for True Fox 9320. Good day.
Alright, go ahead and arm the approach. And once we get captured in the glide slope, we'll go ahead and arm autopilot 2s. SoCal approach, American 1155, we're established on 25 left.
American 1155, wind 250 at Niner, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 25 left, American 1155. Alright, clear to land, 25
United
left, and we're fully established.
208,
Dual input,
radar
or
contact,
sorry,
failed.
dual autopilot.
Up to 2.2 for 4,000.
And go ahead and get flaps 1.
United 208, climb and maintain 13,000.
So we hit about 2,500 on the radio altimeter. We'll go ahead and drop our landing gear.
Alright, climb and maintain 13,000 out of 3,000 direct Oros for United 208.
As you can see, this thing does take a little bit to slow down. Probably have to drop landing gear first before we can drop flaps 2. 2,500, let's drop landing gear. Taxi lights set to take off, runways on. Now we'll start slowing down.
United 521 on the ground, runway, ready for taxi with foot down.
At a
Let's go ahead and go
521, SoCal
flaps
departure,
2.
thanks for hotel. Runway 20 right,
2,000,
taxi
so for
via
go
Alpha
around.
Lima, cross runway 20 left, delete.
20 right via Alpha Lima, cross 20 left at Lima, United 521.
So no visual with the runway. Flaps 3.
We're 54 Echo, contact LA Center 126.5.
And flaps full. And landing checklist is complete. Look at those
Delta
flaps shaking.
500, taxi to parking via Echo, cross runway 24 left, Salon.
Taxi to the gate via
Absolutely
Echo,
phenomenal.
cross runway 24 left. Delta 500, bye.
We're about to hit 1,000, starting to see the runway lights now.
208.
Go ahead and pull up
Climb
our...
via the Oros departure. Contact LA Center 126.52.
Get that ready for when we start taxiing.
Alright, climb via and over to center for...
I'd hit
United
1,000.
208.
We'll keep the autopilot engaged so I get a better visual on the runway. So once we get to about 500. Still barely make it out. A little shaky on the headwind.
United 521, we are ready, 20 right at runway.
Still on
At
autopilot.
521, wind 200 at 7.
Alright,
208,
I
clear
now
for
have
takeoff.
control.
20 right, clear for takeoff, United 521.
Priority is mine, I have control. A bit of a crosswind now, winds have shifted. Check. Yeah, we are light today.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Nice and easy. There we go. Verser's down. Verser's full green. Roll out decel. $60 knots, disengage reverse, and manual brake.
SoCal departure Delta 723, contact 1000 for
Nice and
8,000.
easy, love a landing like that.
Delta 723, SoCal.
And looks like we are
Departure.
vacated on...
You should have gotten the climb via SID up to the top altitude of the Padres. Climb via SID, which the top
Vacated on
altitude
Hotel
is
6, we'll probably...
radar contact.
Let's see, we'll probably go
Sorry about
to
that,
Juliet
we'll climb
and
up
Charlie.
to 15,000, Delta
Landing lights can
723.
come off, taxis set to taxi.
United 521, radar contact, say altitude.
Passing 1,000, United 521.
United 521, climb and maintain 13,000.
Let's go ahead and get APU started here. Wait 3 seconds.
Delta 723, contact LA Center 126.52.
126.92, Delta 722.
2652,
2652, Delta 722, yeah.
Electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used.
Might have to call SoCal up here to let us know we're holding a Juliet.
Checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved.
SoCal approach, American 1155, clear from runway 25 left, we're holding on Juliet for 25 right.
On behalf of the captain and
American 1155, taxi to parking via Juliet Charlie, cross runway 25 right to Juliet. Thanks for flying.
Juliet Charlie to the gate, cross 25 right on Juliet, and thank you for the service. I'll see you next time, American 1155.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go ahead and make sure we are clear to cross. We're parking at gate 49 Alpha. APU available, go ahead, APU bleed on. And we're going to be on Charlie.
United 521, climb
Crossing
via
Bravo.
the Hero departure, except maintain 16,000. Contact LA Center 126.52.
Go ahead and turn off our strobes.
I
Everything
come
else
via
is
the
set.
Hero departure up
Clear
to
left,
16,000
clear right.
and we'll cross descent zone 126.52. I believe it was United 521.
2652.
2652 good day, United 521.
Alright, 49 Alpha should be right here in front of us. Go ahead and turn off our lights. Taxi straight in. Getting a little stutter from the scenery. Probably a lot of traffic in the area. Park at the first stop here. And parking brakes are set. Let's go ahead and get the jetway connected. Actually, we'll do do engine shut off, so we'll do engine 1 and 2 are off. Go ahead and switch over to the external power. And go ahead and deboard. Fuel pumps can come off. Seatbelt signs are off. Very heavy stuttering. Usually doesn't stutter like this for me at any build. LAX. It's probably just because of the streaming and streaming at a higher quality for you guys, but it's worth the risk, worth the take. Everything's looking good. And go ahead and let's get the chocks. Chocks should be already on. And that about does it. So pretty good landing. If you guys are late, you guys can hopefully just watch this back. I know I've been away for a while, but I put a post out on the YouTube community. Hopefully trying to get things set back in order. I've been flying a lot more planes. I have a lot more planes to fly with now, so I can do a lot more streams, different types of flights. I'll also be getting into that, the new, when the iFly Max 8 comes out, I'll definitely be getting that, so I can do some flights with that. So, and also if you guys have any suggestions, you guys can always leave comments on my videos, and I'll do my best to get back to as many of them as I can. And I believe that is it for this flight. So if you guys are late, I will definitely be making a new one. I'll definitely put out a post before I start streaming so you guys can get a little bit of a heads up. This one was just more of a test flight, test stream, trying to make sure that everything was working correctly, and it seems like it is. Need to work on the audio adjustments. Don't know what happened earlier, but I think it's working better now. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and staying by, and I will see you guys in the next stream. And if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them and I'll get back to them. And happy flying, and I'll see you guys next time.